Boom, boom, boom. Message for all citizens of the FMA sector. Everything is fine. Boom, boom, boom. Updated message for citizens of clearance blue or higher. All other citizens are ordered to put their fingers in their ears. Everything will be resolved shortly. Several high programmers are immediately on the case. Boom, boom. Message for ultraviolet citizens only. All other citizens are required to put fingers in their ears and hum loudly. Citizens already with fingers in their ears are required to jump up and down, hum very loudly, and continue to act as if this message is not being broadcast. The power has failed in the FMA sector. This must be restored immediately, and the high programmers responsible, Spud-U, Vince-U, and Gordon-U, are now being assisted by Cecil-U to immediately fix the problem. Food flooding has been detected in various sectors, parts of the subsectors of FMA. This again will be solved by Spud-U, Vince-U, and Gordon-U, as will the cockroach infestation that has been recorded by several citizens. Happiness, however, is at an all-time high. This we attribute to various circumstances, but that are related to Cecil-U taking over the organisation. That is all. Boom, boom.
We're leaving enough to try and fix the stuff I doubt it's ever going to get done.
By the way, that message was actually broadcast.
But no one could hear it because there's no power.
Yes, indeed.
You almost said ultraviolet clearance and above, didn't you?
Sorry?
Earlier, you almost said ultraviolet clearance and above, didn't you?
There is no such thing as gamma clearance.
Indeed, there isn't.
Hello, Gordon.
Of course there isn't. That's why I think this recording might have actually been a commie plot. I don't think we should listen to it.
Boy. He's pointing at Spud-U at this stage. Go get me a cup of tea.
But there's only a coffee maker.
Don't talk back to me, you busboy. I'll leave you back to signing shoes in a moment. Now, tea!
I turned to the nearest low clearance citizen and said, "You heard the man. Get him some tea." Blah.
A random blue clearance citizen jumps immediately to it, putting his gun to the ground, and jumps over to make some tea. He hands it cautiously to Cecil-U. "Oh, thank you, citizen." He pats him on the shoulder and turns around. "See, that's how you should act." Lovely. Now, I have it on record that you actually had an opportunity to fix the power issues. Why isn't that interesting? He begins tapping on his PDC.
Okay.
Alright, well, back to the computer. So what was the latest we were working on? Were we building the trans tube?
We were trying to build the trans tube so that the warbots wouldn't smash straight through everything.
Mm-hmm. So, should we start getting that set up then?
Yes, if I can. We're paying for that out of the group credit site.
I believe so.
Didn't you already buy the new trans tube?
Yeah, we've already bought it.
We did buy the trans tube planning
Okay,
commission.
I don't believe the trans tube was ever rolled for, but
We bought the minions but didn't roll for them actually succeeding.
No, not yet.
I know he might have chose
Bad
the bad
rolls.
rolls, but see what happens.
Hold on.
no 20s, no 20s, no 20s.
No, that wasn't it. That was just so.
Oh.
Okay. So you're now getting your trans tube planning to go and
Build a trans tube.
Jawohl.
Have I got the phone? Don't know. Hello? Who is this? There's no lights here. I can't see a thing. You've seen... There's in a FUD. Sorry, I think I fell over. Who is this?
This is the high programmers of Sector FMA.
Right. Yes. Hold on, let me just go and get the... got it. There's a slight lighting issue down here.
Do you know how many torches or flashlights with you?
Well, we do, but they don't have any batteries in them. They're powered off the mains. Sorry, I'll get that fixed immediately, sir. Don't hurt me.
Well, if your problems with the lights then go fix the lights. By going and helping out the...
Very well, sir. I'll go and repair the lights immediately, sir. I'll make sure the lights are in full working order.
Well done. I saw that coming. I saw that coming as well.
Boom, 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 boom.
I managed to
The
explode.
computer appears on the screen. Citizen Gordon Yu. Please
Yes.
explain why minions under your employ are smashing lights. They have already been terminated for their damage, for further sabotage of this sector.
Well, I actually told
Can we
them
get a
to.
chance to roll?
That's something else to deal with in a minute. We will get there, don't worry.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah. Well, I told them to go fix up the lights, so obviously they're disobeying my orders and therefore disobeying the orders of the complex.
Indeed. However, their failure is surely your failure, for if you were to lead them properly, they would not be destroying lights by accidentally trying to fix them. Am I wrong, citizen?
And of course, I'm frank with you.
Indeed, I am not. Please ensure this does not happen again.
What skill would light fixing be?
Hardware, isn't it?
Hold on. I did roll that under management. That's hardware.
Yeah, my hardware skill has got us into a lot of trouble so far.
Well,
Your minions are still active, but they're now but they've all been demoted.
Suppose to what?
They're now blue clearance Transtube Planning Commission.
well, they were indigo, which is unfortunate. So they've lost 2 ranks.
You've also been fined 2 access.
Personal access, I guess.
Your access. You're in command of them. And that's to get around the fact that they have to do their jobs in areas they can't access.
By the way, you forgot to remind me, which... Did I not have 2 service groups? I was...
Oh, yes, sorry. Your service groups are
I know it's PLC and
PLC.
something.
Tech Services and
yeah,
PLC.
Oh, I'm first
And
in tech service, aren't I?
you have the mission for power services as well, because I passed it down to you.
Yeah, and then start doing it yourself. Just tech services.
The computer is still in the room observing your actions.
Ah,
When will the power be solved? When will the power issues be sorted, citizens?
I am looking at this immediately, friend computer.
It needs to be solved immediately. Defenses on the comp node are starting to fail. If the comp node is attacked, you will all be accused of treason and assisting communists.
Certainly, friend computer.
Fix this issue before the communists use this opportunity of weakness to attack.
Where's the comp node located?
It's in the there's multiple comp nodes in the FMA sector. They're all about as securely protected as the Situation Room. But as you've seen, some of the Situation Room's lights are flickering.
Whereas we have no power here either.
Not yet.
Well, they're the last places that get power.
Why do the tech services not have anything with hardware skill?
Let's see. Yeah, they do. Bot engineering,
They have bot engineering, yeah, but
chemical engineering, habitat engineering, construction,
well,
production.
Are you all saying that you have no idea what
It's
your
not-
service groups do? Oh dear God, the people they raised ultra violent these days.
It's not my
I'm
service.
trying-
Anyway, why don't you go and sort the power out? And these flickering lights are getting on my nerves.
I'm trying to work out which sub-skill would be relevant.
To building
Well,
nuclear
we're trying to
reactors.
Well, not necessarily building nuclear reactors, but building any kind of reactor or generator.
They're all nuclear,
They are.
pretty much.
Ah, but there's no reason I couldn't build something that isn't nuclear.
No, true.
Except
I'll
no
give you
one would
that.
have any.
Except no one
experience in
would
it,
know
so they would
how
take
to run
penalties,
it.
Right?
I could ask them to. Yes. What's that gonna be under? I'm gonna do this just for sheer stupidity.
Oh god.
Because I'm also PLC, aren't I?
Mhm.
I am going to get out of my own access.
Okay.
Some blue clearance caterers, and who else would be good for this? No.
We should get some of those infrared feedback controls.
Hang on. I'm trying to decide which tech services group's going to be best.
In the meantime, could we get that trans tube roll?
Yeah, just do the trans tube roll.
Okay. Wasn't that your trans tube roll? Well, it wasn't a trans tube. You had ordered them to do something else.
Yeah, but you said they're still active, so can we order them?
Yeah, they're still active. Somebody gonna make the call?
Build the trans tube. Done.
That's gone.
Well, he doesn't have to, but he does have a veto on any of their actions.
Exactly. So it's gone.
Yeah, let's get the trans tube set up.
People in a much more cramped office. How can I help you?
We need to set up a transport tube going through the sector for the
Warbots.
for the warts to use.
He wants to build a massive trans tube in front of the warbots.
Yes.
Okay.
Make sure you're very far in front of them.
Do you have a destination, a route they're taking?
Do I?
Yes, we do. They're going straight through the centre of Sector FMA.
Okay. Which way is that? We're still in the dark down here. And where do we start from?
Can we not see them on some sort of radar or something?
You can see them on the vid screen if the vid screens are working.
I tell you what, just tell them to wait for the lights to come back on and then immediately get on the job, because I'm going to try something ridiculously stupid.
Alright.
I am going
Bruce.
Yeah, so I want the blue clearance caterers under PLC, and for the sake of not having anybody else to pick, I'm going to use the Department of Pipes and Tubes.
Tech services.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we've now got, that's going to cost me, what, 11?
Yeah, if you wish to spend it all.
I will do it out of my personal access.
You also have a lot of personal access.
I do have a lot of personal access, yes. But you don't know that.
Yeah, you have a lot of personal access, do you? And yet you could find 20 to restore power to the sector. Oh dear, wasting computers, not fixing the sector is treason. Oh, I'm going to have to be very observant about you in future.
Anyway, I will activate those minions.
At this stage, Vince Yu gets a light on, gets a warning light. The warning light is a very special warning light, saying there is a treasonous high programmer that needs observing.
No, here we go.
I begin staring at myself very closely.
Well, okay, you can observe yourself very closely.
It's a video is now
Well,
cross-eyed
it
in the corner. Okay.
It didn't tell me who the high programmer was, and the only reason it wouldn't tell me is if I was the traitor, so they didn't want me to know. So it has to be me.
Indeed, it does.
Right. Anyway,
Yes.
minions. So I'm going to talk to
For
the...
me, meals on a stick.
That's the ones. Hello there. This is High Programmer Spud-U calling, and
Very well. Is it your usual order, or shall I go for something special?
I have a very special order today.
Indeed, sir. We apologise. The delivery may be a little slow. Our cooks are having problems finding the ovens.
Oh, I don't need you to cook anything. I want this served raw.
Oh, well, that's convenient. If you could direct us to warehouses, though, that would be useful as well.
Well, you need to decide what you're picking up first.
Oh, indeed, sir. I do apologise. How may I serve you today?
I would like you to sow several metric tons of potatoes.
Are these to go in a gourmet meal on a stick?
No, just in a box.
On a stick?
You can stick a stick on the box if you like.
Very well, sir. We are gourmet meals on a stick, after all.
Indeed. And I would like you to deliver these to the whatchamacallits? I forgot the name of already.
I would not.
The
I'm
Department
sure
of
you'll remember
Pipes and
no
Tubes.
time, sis.
Department of Pipes and Tubes. I would like you to deliver them to those.
Department of Pipes and Tubes. Very well. When I find paper and a pen, I shall make a note of that. Is there anything else you would like, sir? Perhaps a roasted dodo on a stick.
No, but I would like you to deliver something of that description to Cecil Yu.
Very well. Oh, Cecil, you.
Cecil Yu, yes,
Quick!
he's...
Emergency! All hands!
So we can assume that they didn't do any sort of work on the potatoes and they're purely working on the dodo.
Well, if you would like to make a roll, Marajin.
Okay.
For catering, you get a +4 bonus because they have it.
Yep.
And catering is a wetware skill.
So is that... So plus 4, that means that if he rolled, for instance, 14, that would make it an 18.
Well, no, the
It would make my skill
stats
plus
are
4. Yeah.
effectively improved by 4 for the roll. If that makes sense.
So it's a -4.
I got a bunch of good rolls we weren't even recording.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
you do.
I'm technically rolling now.
Your
Yeah, I see.
your Department of Pipes and Tubes report that they have buckets and buckets and buckets of potatoes ordered on a stick.
Perfect. I now need to speak to
And also,
them.
Cecil Yu is suddenly given tray upon tray upon tray of various gourmet meals on a stick. Ah. Send it all back. It's not good enough.
Fine, whatever.
So honestly, substandard food. Was it prepared by Blues, perchance? I bet it was. I must taste it.
Right. Okay, so I would like to speak now to my Department of Pipes and Tubes.
You are now first in queue.
Have they completely left with all the dodo yet?
Hello? Sorry. How may I help you today? We're a bit stuffed here with potatoes.
Indeed.
Stick.
This is High Programmer.
Why does everyone in Alpha Complex have the same voice?
Shut up.
That's what I'd like to question.
They're all clones, you idiot. Anyway, I would like you, as your High Programmer, Spud-U,
Yep.
I would like you to take those potatoes that you have been thoughtfully provided with by my magnificence, and I would like you to turn them into a giant potato battery.
Okay. I guess we could do that. Yes, of course we can turn these into batteries. Of course. Yes. 2 hours. Do I know how to make a potato into a battery?
2 dissimilar metals.
Thank you for that knowledge, High Programmer.
You're welcome.
2 dissimilar metals.
Time to roll.
The power has come back on.
Wow.
The computer comes. Excellent work, High Programmers. You have restored power to the sector. Please explain why this took 2 hours, and why all my clocks now show 12.00 flashing.
I suspect it was commie influence, High Computer. I will deal with it immediately.
Make sure that you do. Do. All the cameras now suddenly blink back into light, with the exception of a few. All the ones in the subsector 60.
Yes.
Speaking of
How's it complex
subsector
60?
subsector 60, we still need to go over there.
Huh?
FMA Sector Action Update Blue. Immediate action required. CPU 9915-1. Attention, FMA Sector. Analysis of FMA Sector Happiness Index shows the Sector Happiness Index is some 0.04 below the expected sector happiness. Index or sector of your sector happiness index. Failure to correct this index will result in unspecified punitive corrections. This situation requires immediate action. Failure to comply is treason. You have been informed. Now, Internal Security has been informed. And in fact, you have a message about this, Vince Yu.
Quickly, everyone, make happy pills.
Do you have any minions that can produce happy pills?
I may do.
Well, what's my message?
Is he head of
Oh,
CPU?
basically, it's a happiness below expected values.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is he head of CPU?
I'm not.
Yeah, it's Gordon.
Gordon's head of
Yeah.
Well, you could, I suppose, either aim for a cheery complex initiative and make sure everyone's clean and is happy, or you could go for better living through chemistry.
Right now, I'd like to place a phone call.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Well, I gotta look at who's the best person to take for this job. What do you do?
I actually know a guy in building repairs, Jesus. So I'll call him.
2 moments.
I still can't believe I got away with making a massive potato factory.
Yes. How may I help you today?
That's your Jesus voice.
It is my Jesus voice.
Okay, I wasn't really expecting that, but anyway,
What were you
I
expecting?
was just calling to see if there was any sort of Are there any sort of repairs going on in subcomplex 60? Perhaps any sort of massive holes in the wall that someone could get through if they weren't repaired?
None yet. How big would these holes need to be?
I'm about 4x4.
Well, I can certainly check for you.
Well, that would be nice to know about if there are any. So just let us know.
Indeed, I will, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, let me just get the book out a moment.
Alright.
Let's check something.
Well, we need to increase happiness
Right.
levels, so
Decrease.
I have a little message to send.
Yep. No, there's no private messages in this game.
Oh, I was just going to remind you of something.
Oh, that's fine.
No, we do need to increase because you said it's below the expected happiness.
So, what do you think would be the best way to do this? Distribute more and more happy pills and test them out, or to make everyone very, very clean?
Give me 2 minutes.
Cleanliness would certainly be
It's you.
happiness.
Can I have a subterfuge roll from you at some stage?
Me?
From who?
This is for me?
Senor. Subterfuge roll.
Okay. Ooh, not good.
Well, in that case, I'll get some cherry complex initiative yellow clearance.
Sorry, who are you buying?
Cherry complex initiative yellow clearance.
Where's that?
It's on the CPU,
CPU.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
page 29.
Cherry Complex Initiative Yellow Clearance. Okay, that's fair enough.
That's free access. Is that go group access with Spain to increase the happiness?
I'll agree to that.
I'll agree to that. What are we
Alright.
agreeing to?
The Cheery Complex Initiative, we're going to have everybody in FMA scrubbed.
There's no way we could buy a bunch of scrub bots, are there?
I think there is a scrub bot thing actually somewhere.
Yes, you can
But,
purchase a Scrubbot army.
Did you see that I made the roll and it's a complete failure?
No.
Yep, it is a failure. So I shall get back to you on the results of that a bit later.
Yay!
Where was the Scrubber Army? I've seen it not long since.
Scrubber Army's tech services.
Is it? That's why. It's because tech services is on the page
sure
itself.
then.
Yes, I can order Scrubber Armies.
So,
It doesn't
Where
matter.
is
You
the,
can have them manually scrubbed. It's personal service. Which they should be happy
A
about.
computer appears on screen. I have dispatched with a traitor who was attempting to blow holes in subsector 60. Why was this traitor allowed to try and destroy elements of the complex? Tighten up security.
I guess there's a warning for Vince.
so he's been terminated, right?
He's still alive, but he's lost 1 rank.
Okay. Rank? What do you mean rank? You surely mean clearance level or something,
Of
don't
course
you?
I mean that.
Perhaps I should
Thanks a
call my
lot.
turning it off and on again, officer.
Alright, well, I'm going to make contact with. What are we doing, Simon, with the Warbot? Ages ago.
There were plans to protect the marauding robot army with your warbot.
What
No,
about
no,
the
it wasn't
increasingly slow tidal wave that was supposedly coming through?
It's still coming through. You've now got images of it covering areas.
Well,
Is it in my warbot yet?
you
No, Sector's a large place.
Yeah,
And
but
it travels at speed of plot.
You see, we've just ordered someone who can clean up. We can have everyone scrubbed so that they're no longer stained with tidal waves of food.
Oh, well, I'll go order my cheery complex initiative. To go around and start cleaning up everybody to make them happy.
So let me check the directives and see what we've currently got.
Hiya! I'm here to clean everything up. What would you like us to do?
Clean everything up.
That's exactly what we do! She's gone off and started cleaning the screen and then moving around.
Fair enough. I suppose you don't need to make a roll to make
wait.
sure whether she cleans the complex, or at least the FMA sector.
I've got a question. What happens when you eat mutant cockroaches?
You don't know off the top of your head. But you still need to deal with them.
We'll give them to
yeah.
the gourmet restaurant. All the cockroaches.
I don't know about that. I'd like to check and see if there's anything in the records about
You know, that's a
what
brilliant.
happens when
I'd
eating
like-
mutant cockroach.
I'd like to say that you two are geniuses, and you've given me a brilliant idea. And I think we should get the caterers to go and collect a few and prepare them as a special, unique dish for Cecil. Since they need to make reparations because their previous attempts at meals for him were not good enough.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
And could they make sure to pick
Well, you
up some
better come on
of whatever
to
came
that.
out of the food vats too?
Just got to make a couple of rolls. So you're having the caterers and go and capture a couple of cockroaches.
Well, they're going to go and try and cook some cockroaches and serve them on a stick to Cecil, yeah.
And the complex
Along with
initiative have
whatever-
been ordered to try and clean up the complex.
Well, FMA sector,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, well, the
But,
FL sector. Meanwhile,
assume that they'll
Department of Pipes and Tubes have begun
Please put in one.
creating a pipe in front of the warbots.
Good.
We'll let you know how that goes. Right.
So can I say something real quick?
Yes, you can.
Okay. So could they also make sure to pick up some of whatever was in the food vats and use that?
They can do.
Unfortunately, it's my choice.
If I was Cecil, I wouldn't eat that stuff.
To be honest, I'm tempted to say yes. They can include it as a side dish.
All I'm saying is it would probably make it a little bit more palatable. So
Cecil Yu has been pointing at has been bashing on his PDC for a while. He's heard every single word you've said over the last 10 minutes, but has seemingly made no action.
I know I haven't said anything treasonous at all.
I know.
So
I'm just letting you know that he has heard.
We've just asked them to serve him a gourmet meal to replace the previous one.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough. Right, let me just make a couple of rolls here. Okay, caterers. Initiative. Right. Somebody's tried to send me a private message. Apologies. This is going to have to happen.
What? I was.
Sorry, I said there's no private messaging in this game.
That. But yeah, anyway, so
Anyway.
that happened.
So now friend computer and Settle know.
Yes. By the way, Setzel, I spiked the food vats. Just to let you know.
Herp derp.
He gives you a knowing wink.
Come
Then
on.
taps a couple of buttons on his PDC.
How are my people doing about cleaning up the place then?
I don't know. Did we ever make a roll on that one?
I'm going to tell you that in a moment. FMA, Sector Action Update. Blue, immediate action required. ISXX 4/3. Good day cycle. Bots all over FMA sector have been displaying worryingly treasonous behavior, including damaging Alpha Complex property, violation of their Asimov protocols, assaulting, botching medical procedures on excessively scrubbing injection of hot liquid resin into, being surly to various citizens, and beep. You are hereby directed to correct these programming bugs as a matter of urgency. We've also received intelligence that Bat Clone may be operating in your sector. What? Is this accurate? Who's our source? Some clone on Betzadorin. I see. Well, we may as well send it anyway. He'll have a hands full of SSLU anyway. You know, he's a bot basher, right? I wouldn't be surprised if all the bots are after that old kook anyway. Serve him right if he got scrubbed to death, meddling all... Hey, is the transcriber still running? Is this where you glares and then... beep, doot,
Oh, great.
now where's my tea?
So, for the record, am I at 20 treason points yet?
You
Since I
have
just
another
told the-
alert light.
Huh?
You have another alert light.
How
Okay.
do we spend money on like stuff like computer favor? Do you do it at the end? Day.
You can do that at the end when we come to rebalancing.
Yes. I think bots are primarily... Oh, no, hang on. In theory, I could certainly help you lot out with a bot repair and maintenance team. But since I've just spent a great deal of personal access on fixing the power,
Mm-hmm. We'll just spend group access on it or something.
I suspect it would be a good idea to spend a group access.
And also,
At this point, both Spud-U and Gordon-U have lost contact with the agents they've just activated, notably the Blue Clearance Caterers and the Cherry Complex Initiatives.
how they got themselves killed this time?
Well, they're both no longer in contact with you.
We don't know that they're dead, they've just disappeared.
So they're no longer on our list of squads we can use.
We
So
can't
you were
contact them.
saying something about a warning light earlier?
There's two.
Am I dead yet?
Can I use
No,
my
you're not
computer?
dead yet.
Can I use my terminal to search for where they've gone?
You can try, but you can't seem to find them anywhere.
Yeah.
Anyway, as I was saying,
So,
bot repair and
let me
maintenance,
check real quick. I need to.
which I can do for 5 group access.
How much group access do we actually have?
15 last I checked, or is it 12?
It's 12.
Yeah, because we spent it on the Cheery Complex, didn't we?
Okay, well, we'll spend 4 group access and I can spend 1 personal access. So bring it down to an even number.
Yep.
So I guess 8, because it's 5 in total, isn't it?
It's 5 for...
Yeah, so now we have
Bot
group
repair
access 1, and I have 1 less personal access.
Yeah, what are you buying, sorry?
bot repair and maintenance, yellow clearance.
That's it.
Let's see. Where's the?
Vince, do you agree to spend the group access?
Yeah, right now I'm busy trying to look up how much treason you get for admitting to the computer that you're sabotaging the complex.
I would have thought that was an instant zapping, actually.
Okay, let's see. It's 2 plus 2. Wait, no, that'd actually be at least 10.
Try to work out how much treason points he must have.
You are allowed to. There's nothing wrong with it. Though, are you now contacting your bot repair people?
Oh yeah, they're your repair people, aren't they?
They are indeed. I'm just updating my notes.
So,
Safe. Right. Yes. So I'm gonna call up the bot repair and maintenance.
13.
Hello, how may I help you? Glory to the robots, glory to... Sorry about that. Faulty
For the
Asimov
record,
circuits. I'm sorry.
for the record, that should be at least 13 points of treason.
I have my notes. But anyway, sorry about that. That one's needs his Asimov circuits reprogramming. Subdue it! Oh, with the bigger guns!
Greetings, citizen. This is High Programmer, Spud-U.
Immediate salute.
Indeed. Would you
how can we
care
help you today?
would you care to explain to me, citizen, why I am receiving reports of bots all over the FMA sector with faulty Asimov circuits?
It wasn't me. We've been training some new staff, and they're incompetent. I will have them destroyed immediately. After they're done with one minor thing. No, that big gun.
Well, as well as having them destroyed, how would you go around and fix the issue they've caused?
Yes, we will go around and fix it immediately. Asimov circuits have gone wrong. Okay, we can fix that. We're doing it right now to at least one of them.
I think you will have to think a little bit bigger than that, citizen, or I shall be, shall we say, making your life rather more uncomfortable.
And perhaps rather shorter.
I live to confuse with the high programmers. I live to serve. I regret that I only have 4 more clones to live.
Indeed. Please remember that, citizen. Goodbye.
Can I have a bot programming role from you, software?
Okay.
You best just go in now a terrible roll.
I think the boss. See.
Make the boss let's crazy. The suspense.
Come on.
That's no idea what to say.
Oh, there we go. Yes.
Yeah, I missed the last few sentences. Something, everyone's dead, right?
We're getting close to something, everyone's dead, but basically they failed to reprogram all the bots in the sector.
It was only a minor fail, though.
FMA Sector Action Update Blue. Immediate action required. PLC 752-3. This message is brought to you by Cold Fun. Now 30% more indescribable. Cockroaches not actually cockroaches, actually food vat workers. Some possible mutagens in the food vats. Commie sabotage, possibly.
As soon as I hear the words commie sabotage, I slowly sink into my chair and weep.
All infected workers now hostile. All armed forces sent to deal with crisis also infected. Please advise.
You're not in charge of the cockroach.
Well, no, but everyone you sent to go and fix the food vat issue, dead.
But Senor, you have
and
all
also
the guns
converted
under
to
your
zombies
control.
and also
I have
infected
what?
more people.
You have all the guns under your control, so anything you'd recommend sending over there?
Preferably something that isn't mutatable.
Preferably something that's very tall with massive cannons attached to it.
Perhaps some sort of warbot?
No, that's actually, now that you mention it, that might just work.
Oh, so still got this
The
hospital
subtle
sticker on me.
approach. You do love that.
What do you say?
The subtle approach.
Ah.
Honestly, High Program, I think you should have your hearing checked. Would you like me to order you a dog bot?
I still got my hospital
See,
tag on.
false
on,
accusation
everyone's
of treason. That's 2 points.
Pardon?
Just so you know, you might not want to accuse him of having some sort of hearing mutation.
I didn't accuse him of having a mutation, I accused him of having bad hearing.
Are you saying that the friend computer didn't clone him correctly last time?
No.
Sure, everyone has perfect hearing in Alpha
My
Complex.
cloning one way or the other makes no difference. Could you just send the warbot so I can be entertained for the evening?
I wasn't accusing Cecil either, I said Vince you.
And I guess I really do have bad hearing.
Yes.
Let's see. 13 plus 20 plus 2. Okay. I'm up to 35.
Isn't 20 the point at where you get immediately erased?
No, he's not at the number he just said. He's at a different number.
Speaking of which, what was that last warning alarm thing?
Oh,
Wow.
but somebody was under suspicion of being a traitor and must be watched.
Okay.
You have 2 such lights, one related to yourself and one related to Spud-U.
Okay.
You wouldn't normally have got one for yourself, but there is nobody else in internal security in this room.
Indeed. So, you're too busy watching yourself, so.
But don't worry, I'll be
But
dead
anyway.
after this. I think I'm
yeah.
probably going to be the only one who dies. This
I don't know.
guy.
I know it.
I don't know.
Anyway, scrub the blue clearance caterers and the Cherry Complex people. They're no longer alive. I do need to check something, though.
How would they manage to kill themselves or clean the sector? They fall on the food vat.
Well, they had to go to worlds where the zombies were.
Yeah. We'll really deal with those before we get anything else done.
Yes, we're gonna have to deal with the Vitium zombies.
Oh, I finally got this thing off.
Tea is wonderful.
Now, note, I don't normally deal in private messages in this game, but that one is one. Private message to Realshard.
Spill the beans.
He doesn't have
How
to.
did they
but-
manage to send him a private message?
No, I sent him one.
Along with the moo. We need more moo and beams.
Indeed. You always need more.
I bet that would make Cecil happy.
Where's that food you promised me?
I
I'm not
believe
sure. All I did was sabotage the food with commies.
I believe it's scuttling towards you as we speak, Cecil.
And by the way, I was joking when I said that earlier, but I'm assuming you're going to, take
We'll
that as
see.
me actually saying it. So feel free to. I mean, I've already got like 40-something treason points at this point. I don't see why not.
Oh, ye of little faith. Despondency is treason, citizen.
I've got at least 19.
The computer appears on the screen. Citizens, it appears that a number of traitors have emerged in the complex. They are eating and infecting other trustworthy citizens of the complex and adding to their number at every moment. How are you intending to deal with this?
Friend
Get the
computer,
warbots.
we have nominated Vince Yu to employ the warbots under his command to destroy these traitors.
Didn't
Very
I
well.
war behind?
Do you think
Or
do you think it's the scrub bots be useful as well? Scrub bots?
Possibly for cleaning up the mess afterwards.
Yeah.
We'll wait till there is a mess, more of a mess first.
Very well.
The warbot's a bot too. Is it still under my control?
Or has it gone mental?
No, it's still under your control. Or at least it's still one of your minions for now.
I am actually quite tempted to have the Department for Pipes and Tubes set a fire, a light, and sent into the area to try and purge them for failing me, but we will hold off on that for now.
Well, they're still in the
Sorry,
process.
the
You can see
bot
them still
repair.
actually rapidly building the tunnel.
No, I'm talking about bot repair and maintenance, sorry. The Department for Pipes and Tubes are dead, I believe.
No, actually, they're still alive.
Are they? Oh, no,
Yeah,
they
still
made
building the tunnel.
no, they made the potato battery. You're talking about
Yeah.
Trans-Tube Planning Committee.
Oh,
Oh, commission, sorry.
So, is Marajin wearing anything on his head? Or Spud-U?
aye.
Wearing anything on my head?
Yes.
Yeah, he's got a fuzzy hat on.
No. That's my toothbrush.
It says if you unmask a traitor-side programmer, you get several commendation points.
Yes, well, I didn't bring my toothbrush to the Situation Room, so...
Oh, that you're lacking hygiene then. I'll bring you a toothbrush with you.
No. I brushed my teeth before I left for the tube.
As fun as it is to watch high programmers turn on each other, the complex is in ruins. You might want to think about that.
Yeah, we need to go to Warboss in there immediately.
Yes, I send the war
Sir.
body in. I thought I did that already.
No,
Sorry.
I did not.
The Warbot rolls away from the nuclear plant towards the zombie infestation.
It was still in the nuke. Ow.
Yeah, it was just patrolling that area is where you left it, as left I remember.
So how did anyone else get to that area?
Well, it's led them through. It wasn't given any orders to destroy. It was given orders to destroy everyone there, and then it basically had done that. So therefore, it was waiting.
Okay.
Besides, who said that we sent anyone into that area? I just told them to make a potato battery. They presumably built it wherever they felt like building it.
Yeah. The Department of Pipes and Tubes is now outputting as much energy as a nuclear power plant.
With a potato battery.
For a potato battery, because they have several metric tons of potatoes.
So I'm gonna look through and see what directives we haven't actually completed yet.
Well, you receive a message. Vidium thanks you. The zombie infestation has been neutralized.
Huzzah! We are actually succeeding at things.
Yep.
Now, is there still food rats, like food spillage all over the place?
Yes, there is. But now that the zombie infestation is dealt with, there's really no harm in it anymore.
Really?
You have succeeded.
Huzzah!
Do we have some leftover mission access?
Yes, 8, I believe.
Well, I think there's one other thing that we still have to do on the directives list, but I'm gonna have to look through everything to find it.
How much are scrub bots?
3.
Alright, we want to hire some of them if you're going to spend some group access.
I would agree, yes.
So we're hiring them?
Vince?
Yes, we do have one person left to deal with.
Oh yeah, the
Jim
guy
Jones.
yeah.
Jim, DJ, and S.
See, the guy who was like the least threat all the time.
Remember how I kept saying the whole thing, the whole mission? We should buy some men in Indigo or whatever to take care of him. We should probably do that now, since we have some
How shall
leftover
we?
access.
Well, we need to clean up the mess first. Hygiene, lack of clearance, but how much are men in Indigo?
6, but I can probably find someone cheaper if I need to.
Well, we could call in the men of Indigo for 6. Get the scrub bots for 2
3.
group access,
Well, 2 group and
then 1 personal.
Unless unless when we send in scrub bots, they fail miserably and create a new situation.
Doop-a-doop-a-doo.
Well, I don't know. Perhaps sending in the cheery guys would be a better idea.
the dead.
No, another group of them. See, because we'd have to worry about them malfunctioning with being bots like the other ones are in the sector.
We can send
FMA,
it-
Sector
we can
Action
send
Update Blue. Immediate action required. CPU 9915-3. Attention, FMA Sector. Further analysis of the FMA Sector Happiness Index shows the Sector Happiness Index is some 432% above expected Sector Happiness Index for a sector of your Sector Happiness Index. Cross-referencing this with the expected treason and dissent index for your sector of your expected treason suggests that of 84% of your citizens are traitors. Please immediately determine those traitors or you will be deemed to be in collusion with these common traitors and terminated. The situation has been escalated to priority 0+.
Could I make a call to my turning it off and on again, officer?
Indeed.
So, want to just blow up all of subcomplex
Hello,
60?
have you tried turning it off and on again?
Greetings, citizen. This is Spud-U, and I would like you to look into a matter for me.
Does it involve turning things off and on again?
Quite possibly.
Indeed. What would you like me to look at?
We're getting some very interesting reports up here about the Sector Happiness Index for the FMA sector. Could you take a look at it and see what's causing it, perhaps?
Oh, I suppose I can have a go at that for you. Can I have a software roll from you? And now the weight.
Why does it take so long to decide, though?
I don't know, it just seems that
it's
Cheryl's
just
computer
weird.
has gone to sleep.
Yay, a 10.
Indeed.
That's the best roll we've had this entire game.
Yeah, I've turned it off and on again. Apparently there's a negative number in there. There's a negative point in there somewhere where there shouldn't be. The entire thing's backwards.
Right.
I've fixed it for you now, though. Same message, only this time 432% above the expected.
No, that's the exact same.
It's the exact
Should be
same
below.
message, it said above.
Sorry, I changed it on here, not on there. Oops. Oh, should be below.
Well, the new message or the old one?
New message is below.
Well, it was worth
So,
a try.
So the 84% and all that still applies, right?
There
Yeah,
you
that hasn't changed.
So we have loads of really unhappy people, and there's still a bunch of traitors.
Are you surprised they're unhappy? Most of them are now cockroaches and dead. And zombies.
And the sector's a mess. And there's still something going down in Subcomplex 60 you haven't investigated yet.
Yeah, we need
I
to
say
get
we
the-
send my warbot in and blow the whole thing up. That should take care of 84% of the citizens who are obviously the traitors, because, you know, Jim Jones and all that. We even received a message about him saying he's a traitor, so...
I'm sorry, Herr Programmer, are you suggesting that we destroy an entire sector?
No, a
Something.
subcomplex.
So you want us to damage Alpha Complex property?
No, just the traitors.
Okay.
Honestly, if anyone has a better idea, I'd like to hear it.
No, not really now.
I'm trying to think
I have a
what's...
better idea, but I'm not telling you. I'd like to see what you do it yourself.
Well, I'm trying to work out then. So,
Can I get a red, cheery, happy people, whatever the jig is?
They're dead.
no,
No, another
begin-
group.
I begin mumbling questions to myself about some stuff I should blatantly know about, but I can't actually ask the GM because it would be a private message.
You can ask for a conference.
What, with myself?
Yeah, yourself and the GM. Then you got 2 minutes to ask me whatever you want.
I'm not gonna do that. I don't have enough access to out by Cecil U. He would listen in on my conference and then report me.
You don't know that he would.
Well,
I
you
did.
played to do Siren Portable in your conference.
If you spend for a cost of how much should I say? It was originally 5 access, I think. You can have a 2-minute conference with the GM to ask whatever you want.
How much access?
5.
5.
Well, then never
I said
mind.
right at the beginning.
Okay, and then can I spend 2 of my actual personal access to get some cheery people, red people?
Cheery Complex Initiative Red Clearance.
Yes.
Fair enough, you have bought Shiri Complex Initiative Red Clearance.
That's 2, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, 6. So now I'm gonna go tell them to clean up all the food mess.
We are the Cherry Complex Initiative. What would you like us to do?
You clean up the food mess?
Very well, High Programmer. We will get on that immediately.
Well, that didn't sound very cheery, did it?
Are you surprised?
What's the Cheery Complex Initiative?
Okay, so they've been sent off to do that.
According to my squad list of red cheery crew.
The Atomic Science Ethics Committee say they have finally cracked how to build the nuclear reactor. But they need another 5 access in order to actually build one.
I'm not
Well,
entirely sure we... Well, we probably do need to rebuild the thing. Wasn't that the original point?
Can I send the blueprint of this plan?
Yes. They
That
sent
way
you.
we
A,
could.
they sent you a sorry, what? A green print of the green print of those plans, which doesn't seem to show according to your. I should just check that. Yep, it does seem to show the plans for a working reactor.
We should probably roll to see if you can tell if it's a working reactor.
He did.
I did.
Okay.
So he said it seems to be. That doesn't mean it is. It just means that you think it is.
Alright, well, I got like barely any remaining access, so either someone else is going to have to pay for it or we use group access, which I thought we needed for the,
No, we don't. We're not using that. We're just blowing the whole thing up, aren't we?
Oh, okay.
I mean, if we can actually manage to do things the right way, that'd be nice. But at this point, I don't even care.
No, send the wall button.
Alright.
I mean, I'm
our
going to
group
die after
access
this anyway.
Our group access is now what?
It's 8 at the moment.
Is it
Yep.
still 8? Oh, okay. So we sent the Cheeries to clean up.
Yep.
Which have you rolled for that?
I will in a moment. I'm just seeing what else you want to do at this stage.
So are we spending access then? Group access to build the reactor? Because I feel the potato battery's going to last forever.
Potato battery will probably last a while.
So, final answer here. Are you or are you not sending your war to Subcomplex 60?
It's your decision, Vince. It's your warbot.
You do have you have a veto of whatever it does.
I do.
No, Head of Armed Forces does.
Yeah, it's his option.
So wait, how much is left in the group?
8 at the moment.
8. Access.
8.
Weren't we buying something?
We might be getting the reactor set up, but we're not entirely sure
It'll
yet.
cost us 5 access to actually have the nuclear reactor built.
Okay, if you want to spend 5 access for that, then I'll spend 3 for the Min and Indigo. I'll throw in another 3 myself.
Is that agreed?
Yes, I suppose so.
Alright.
Okay, so group access is now 0, and the men Indigo are now active.
Okay. Did they actually build a working nuclear reactor?
I'll let you know. So, what are you going to order the Men in Indigo to do?
Well, the entire reason that I wanted to specifically get the Men in Indigo is, in addition to having wet work, which is assassination, and covert ops, they also have media manipulation. So after they kill Jim B. Jones, I'll be able to take control of the situation.
Yep, that sounds reasonable.
So I'd like to have them, kill Jim B. Jones as discreetly as possible, and then try to keep the entire subcomplex from hiding.
Very well, sir. We will do it immediately. He brings out a gun out of his pocket and then walks away. Putting on his indigo shades as he does.
So, time to roll?
I think it's time to roll violence to see whether your assassination attempt works. Failure! Do be do 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 be do 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 do.
If this doesn't work in the next 20 minutes, I'll probably just roll something.
Oh, a 3.
That is an excellent roll, I think.
Probably not good enough.
FMA Sector Action Update Blue. Immediate action required. CPU 103-2. CPU has received reports that experimental housing project Better Living Through Subliminal Messaging, aka FMA Sector Housing Subcomplex 60, has been attacked by armed forces units under the control of FMA Sector Management Office. As attacking Alpha Complex property is a treasonous offense, an explanation of your actions and the immediate termination of all armed forces activities and all armed forces units at Housing Subcomplex 60 is requested immediately.
Because we failed with a roll of 3.
No, my warbot went and blew up the place anyway.
Oh. So why did we send the Men in Indigo in?
No, your robot's still where it killed. It's still buried knee deep almost in bodies of undead and undead people.
Yeah.
So who attacked?
The Men in Indigo went on their assassination mission, and that's the message you got.
What was her idea of an assassination? Throw a mini
See
nuke at the
what's
place.
going on with Subcomplex 60?
No, the cameras have been cut mostly.
Wait, has been attacked by armed forces units under the command of FMA Sector Management Office. I call FMA Sector Management Office.
The phone on the wall starts ringing.
I'll answer it.
You gotta answer the phone just called.
You're now holding two phones.
What's my other phone?
The phone you called FMA Sector Management Office on.
You essentially just called yourself.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I hang with it.
You should have got one of the minions to answer it, then you could shout at him.
I should have done, really.
I really should have.
Well, you did say it was on the wall, so it was presumably next to the
Blue
green.
clearance, guys. Yeah.
Yeah. Green, isn't it, next to the wall?
I said blue, I think.
Did you?
It's blue and violet, anyway.
Oh. Good, you could shout at the blue clearance. You could just give him the phone and say, "Why am I answering your phones?"
Okay, but so,
The Men in Indigo now report in. Target has been terminated. Any further orders?
yes, we need all armed forces activities to stop. So if you could kill yourselves, that would be appreciated.
Understood, sir. Another Men in Indigo comes along and sweeps the body under the rug, then shoots himself. Another one
Can you at
comes
least-
along to sweep him under the rug.
Make sure that the last
sterilizer at someone
one
who
calls under the
deserves
rug
it.
before he shoots himself.
Yeah, the last one does that.
Ah.
FMA Action Update Blue. Immediate action required. ISXX free. Good day cycle. You hereby informed that your recent communication or communications from CPU reference 103-2 was actually the result of sabotage by FCCCP agents. Therefore, it is critically important that you disregard that communication. Furthermore, surveillance reports that Jim B. JNS may be in possession of an experimental neuroelectrical detonation omnidirectional wave projection device, Brain Buster Bomb. Please take all necessary steps to secure all traces and recover this device. Furthermore, Internal Security has intercepted the following propaganda from citizen Jim B. JNS.
No, he didn't. He brainwashed my agents.
Purged, and this is the word of the computer. Only those uploaded to the divine processor, gifted to us in revelation by our agents who liberated it from the heretics of R&D, shall survive the coming neuroelectric apocalypse. We implore all citizens of the FMA sector to come to our holy church so they will be uploaded and survive. Those who remain behind are traitors and will be brainwiped by holy fire.
He just explode.
I've got an
after shouting
idea.
that.
I've got an idea.
What's that?
There's one thing that we have to remember about the FCCCP. They actually think that the computer is God, you know, so even though they're a secret society, they don't really want to betray the computer too much, so they do abide by most of the rules. So, what if we send a high programmer in?
I nominate Cecil.
He's obviously the most iconic figure here.
Clearly. I could think of none more worthy.
But I'm sure if we, wait. Okay. But so do you want to give Jim B. Jones a call and, perhaps, talk to him about, arriving to the Holy Church?
I don't know. I suggested that Cecil take control of the situation.
Well, how about it, Cecil? He's had experience with the area, doing that thing with the, what was it? Yeah, the nuclear reactor recently, so he probably knows the way. So he'd probably be the best person to send in. What do you say about it, Cecil?
As you look at Cecil, one of the bots that's serving food suddenly goes and throws his food at Cecil. Blasted things! And every one of his minions immediately blasts at it, obliterating it to a small ball of dust. How do you solve the problem with the bots yet? Just blow them all up if you can't do it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
Don't serve me with those stupid things again. Blasted things. You! Lick my coat clean. He tosses his coat to a random purple clearance minion. You! Lick my coat. Lick my shoes clean. He throws them over to,
So you mean Violet, right?
Violet or Indigo?
I know purple clearance citizens.
Yeah.
Violet. Sorry. And then he throws his shoes at Spud-U to be licked clean.
I'm just gonna smack one of the nearest underling citizens to me with them and say, clean these.
Aye, sir. They do so.
Lick faster, damn it!
I'll lick as fast as I can, sir.
I motion one of the blue clearance citizens to hold a gun to his head.
So, so currently the only two problems we have left are Jim and the bots.
Mm-hmm.
You hear a minor whirring sound from somewhere. It stops.
What kind of sound does a neuroelectrical detonation omnidirectional wave projection device make?
Are you asking the forum or
I'm just asking everyone in the room.
now?
I don't know.
Shouldn't that's an R&D issue? Head of R&D should know that.
What say you, Gordon?
Wait, so what are you asking me what it sounds like?
I'm asking what kind of sound a electrical detonation omnidirectional wave projection device makes.
It goes wee like that.
I like it.
Good to know.
So it doesn't make a whirring noise.
No.
Okay, well that's all I need to know. So what's the plan for dealing with the bots?
Well, we
You've
need
now noticed one of the security cameras is whirling round and round and round. This wouldn't normally be a problem if it was, say, in the centre of the room, but this one keeps bashing itself against the two walls.
Suicidal cameras.
I'm trying to.
Oh, that's right. Cameras have brain bots, don't they?
Yes, they do.
They have butt brains, yeah. So, is my department of pipes and tubes still active?
Yes, although they've basically now finding places for potato batteries.
Sorry, bot repair and maintenance.
Can I?
Oh, bot repair and maintenance. Yes, they're still around, but they did fail.
How come it was bot programming? I mean,
Could I-
it could have been a bot
I pull up
engineering role, presumably.
Yeah, they were
Did I
on bot
pull up the,
program because you asked them to reprogram all of the bots Azimuth circuits.
No, I just needed to fix
Wait.
the bots. I didn't tell them to reprogram them. Okay, I was vague.
The same was just gone.
It's alright.
I don't have anyone who's better at bot programming than them, though. In fact, they're literally the only ones that are any good at bot programming. I
I'll
could
wait
ask.
for Cindy to come back, but I have another message to be sent to you.
I could ask my assorted bits of wire organizer to give them a hand and tell them to try it again.
I'm sorry. What just happened?
That's alright, we're just discussing plans.
So
At this point... Let's see, who would that be most likely to be? Oh, they're scrubbed.
so what is it with the
Well, I was going to ask my assorted bits
Oh,
of
yeah,
wire
I was-
organizer to give my bot repair and maintenance guys a hand in trying to deal with the bot problem.
I was going to ask if I could check up on the closest computer for any sort of what is
Terminal
it?
right in front of you, then. Unless you mean Fred
Huh?
Keith, then.
I checked the nearest terminal for any sort of any sort of unusual signals or something, I guess, from someone trying to hack all the bots or whatever.
Well, if you had a minion who had communication skills or something, that might work.
Okay, so we're not allowed to do anything ourselves.
No,
Well, you're high programmers.
we don't believe in doing anything ourselves.
But certainly
So,
someone with communications might be able to
so
recognize
even if-
signals.
So even if I was dying of poison and the antidote was right next to me, I'd
Oh,
still
no,
have
no, no. That's the simple
shove
thing
it in
inside
my
you.
mouth.
What you're trying to do is find something out. So therefore, rather than do it yourself, because if you try to do it yourself, you'll get 1,000 answers, all saying different things,
Mhm.
as opposed to finding your minions to do the job for you. And they might give you only one answer,
It may not be the correct answer, though.
but it will be one. Because the problem is, nobody wants to tell a high programmer the truth. They want to tell them what they want to hear. Hence, you've learned acting through minions is why you have to do it this way, normally.
So shall I deal with the bot problem while I'm here?
You can certainly have a go.
So can I place a call to my assorted bits of wire organizer?
Let me just find out who he is.
Well, I'm gonna get one of the Violet cleared citizens to check on how the overflow of Tila O'Malley fan mail is going. See if my man is doing his job.
Wire filing.
Greetings, citizen.
Oh, greetings, high programmer. How may I help you today? I have many, many bits of wires in various sizes for various purposes.
I'm sure you do, citizen. That would be your job. I would like you to pop by to the bot repair and maintenance office, and I would like you to give them a hand. Perhaps see if certain lengths of wire may aid their cause.
What cause will I be aiding?
Well, we're having a small problem with the Asimov circuits for the local bots in the FMA sector.
I see. I see. Very well. I can certainly see about this problem for you. How would you like me to handle it?
Let me see.
Stand on one hand and sing some happy songs.
Sing some loyalty songs. No, no, citizen.
I quickly measure my neck with my hands, and then I hold out my hands and say, "I'm sure he'll need a rope at least this big."
Hi, programmer, sir?
Yes, citizen?
Sorry to interrupt. I asked how you would like me to help them.
With assorted loads of wire, citizen, of course.
Yes. Okay, fine. I can do that.
Use your own initiative, man.
Oh, yes, of course. I shall use my own initiative to do what you want me to do, sir.
Excellent.
Can I have a bot engineering, which is software? Is it, or hardware?
Bot engineering's hardware.
Yep. May I have a roll of that, please? Which, of course, there will be some suspense, as there inevitably always is. This has to work.
I just realised I've got to take my painkillers. I'm kind of like spacing out at the moment.
Yes.
That's not going to
Let's
work.
think about this one. Right.
Actually, that may work in my favour.
FMA, Sector Action Update Blue, immediate action required. AFO P4/4. Armed forces have lost contact with and control of 337th Ultra Heavy Armored Cavalry. Units last sighted heading for FMA Sector Situation Room. Please note that the 337th Ultra Armored Heavy Cavalry is deemed a vital asset by Alpha Complex Armed Forces and must remain combat ready at all times. Any attacks or attempts to damage the 337th Ultra Heavy Armored Cavalry, even in its current uncertain state, will be treated as an act of war by the Alpha Complex Armed Forces, and we will respond with deadly force tac nukes the 337th Ultra Heavy Armored Cavalry. Take that, suckers.
So we have got a massive army of like probably
Warbots.
warbots and stacks coming this way.
There's a message coming through from the Transtube planning.
Right.
Do you still need us to build in front of them? They're going a bit fast and haven't changed course.
Try building in a circle, citizens.
Okay,
what did I
we will
miss?
try that.
We're about to be murdered by a huge army of warbots.
Yes, but I've just asked the Transtube people to try and build a circle so that they move. Of course, being warbots, they will walk through the wall, but...
They do
So
indeed. Just smash through their circular chance tube. And not on a course directly for you.
So, why are they coming after us?
Who knows?
Commie traitors trying to kill us.
I was just going to make sure we hadn't done something really, really wrong and all been accused of being commies or something like that. Because if we were suddenly declared commies, they probably wouldn't let us know about that, so...
Of course they would. You're the head of INSEC and Armed Forces.
Good.
It sounds like the printer's got
So,
a bit on the blink as
No,
well.
that wasn't the printer.
How did the warbots know where things are?
They have GPS, I assume.
You now notice that all of the cameras are now scanning this area rapidly. And in fact, all of the serving bots have basically shut down and started up again, shutting down as well. As Cecil Yu appears to be controlling them. Haven't you got this sorted yet?
What did you say then?
Completely disregarding their Asimov circuits.
What did you just say?
All the cameras now seem to be taking tactical points on each of you, as well as scanning various entrances. All the gun turrets are strangely now pointing at all of your minions, who notice this and try to shuffle out the way, but the guns just keep turning towards them.
Is there a bathroom attached to this area which I could try and get away from this thing in? Or get away from
Is
these
there-
cameras?
There is a small bathroom.
Are we allowed to leave the situation room until things have been resolved?
No. But considering the behemoths are heading towards you,
Alright, I'm going to scream toilet break and walk into the bathroom.
I'm sorry, I will not open for you. The door refuses to open.
Yes.
The white bag that Mr. Gordon Yu came into the situation room with twitches quite visibly this time.
Oh, I have one quick question. So now that basically all the cameras and whatnot are all having a fit, how will
All the
Frank
ones in
Computer
your
monitor
set.
us in the situation room?
I have an idea. It's a stupid idea which will do no good whatsoever, but I'm willing to do it anyway.
But did you hear what I said?
Yes, I did.
Because one of the key rules of the game is that everything in the situation room is monitored. So how's that going on right now?
Indeed.
Hang on one moment.
Well, the cameras could still be transmitting.
Okay.
I guess.
I guess we'll wait a bit then.
Mm-hmm. Wait, what
I just
type
had a really, really bad idea, and I hope it isn't. I hope it isn't true. And
Yep.
I can't even say it because if I'm wrong, then I'll be immediately killed.
Well, for the moment, the session isn't in progress, so if you want to send me a private message so you can prove you were right afterwards, I promise not to post it into the main forum.
Oh, the session ended?
Well, no, not technically, but since Marajin isn't here, it's,
I am here.
Oh, you are here.
I said it back. I actually said meep
Oh,
as well.
I didn't
But
hear you.
So can I still send you that private message?
Yeah, if you want. I promise not to post it, but I won't actually look at it until we're done.
But why did you send that private message earlier? All I was doing was quoting the directives you sent me.
It's still not allowed.
uh-huh.
Outside of
What
a
if you
private
didn't remember
conference.
that?
Sorry?
What if you didn't remember that?
I take my job as on this side of the screen quite seriously.
I am
Okay.
going to glance over at Cecil, who seems to be poking at his PDC an awful lot. And I'm going to say, you seem to have a program with your PDC there. I know just the man to sort that out. And I'm going to... What?
I have no problem with our PDC.
Everyone
No,
keeps
I'm-
calling me on my phone, and I keep having to mute the mic.
Oh. I'm just going to call up the turning it off and on again officer and hand it to Cecil. Hand the
Who
phone.
is this? And why are I interested in that? I see. And you think that
beginning-
you can tell me, the master of programming, how to turn something off and on again? Well, I just have one message for you. It goes like this. Your agent
What?
just lost a rank.
I tell him, but Cecil, it might be handy if you, the master of programming, take this with you. Okay, I'll stop the Resident Evil quotes.
You can have an access point for that.
It was amusing, though, at least having somebody speak to Cecil that said, "Did you try turning it off and on again?" Especially
Yes,
since...
heavily armored warbots you're not allowed to damage are on their way to the situation room. Also, as I have said...
For the record, I'm closely examining Cecil U for any obvious signs of mutation.
Nothing obvious. But then the only one with an obvious mutation would be somebody who had an obvious mutation.
Indeed.
But one of the rules in the book is whenever you're using a mutation, it pretty much has to be obvious, unless it's
There's ways around it, but yes, pretty much. Especially if it's on players.
Because I think that Cecil might possibly, maybe, have a mutation. I'm not accusing him of anything, but
yep.
I'm just trying to think things out.
That's fine. I'm allowing you plenty of time here.
So the problem is, when I look at the situation, there's really only one mutation I could think of that could be responsible, and it's not a good one.
I also don't think you're right.
Is Dylan back in the room, or...?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Your bag is now twitching like a madden.
A mud bag.
Indeed. A
Alright.
robotic arm plunged itself out of there, and a small eye-shaped robot with 4 legs, almost like a spider, moves up and starts staring at everyone. moves directly to the wall and grabs hold of the warbot-shaped Chekhov's gun on the wall and aims it right at right at all of you.
Can I
All
go?
the gun turrets are now pointed at you.
Wait a minute, I think I know what's going on, but that doesn't quite make sense.
Dude. You can see on it is the multi-touch 4722 advanced bot brain.
Yeah, I worked that out, yeah.
Yep.
Let's see, where's my...
There's then a loud boom.
Not the warbots by any chance?
There's then a second loud boom. Warning, perimeter alert.
So, do I have a PDC?
Can I subtly motion to one of the goons around the edge to start taking shots at the bot brain?
Aye.
Wait. No, wait.
Immediately he's shot to pieces,
No.
as is all the people on the immediate outside of the room.
Can I do
No
something? I'm trying
movement.
to do something.
I have control. No movement.
I keep trying to move my hands, but for some reason I can't. Presumably because the GM won't let me yet.
No, you can move it.
You could
your
move,
hand.
you just get shot if you do.
But you do have giant guns pointed at you.
Okay, so I can't reach my PDC. In time.
You could reach your BDC. Do you wish to try?
Not yet.
Fair enough.
Okay, so which one you try to...
Was there actually a role involved in what I asked it to do?
No.
What did you ask to do?
When I asked them to shoot at the bot brain?
Well, no, I just reacted, since all the guns are under control of it. And there are an awful lot of guns. Your people have to at least aim their guns. The robot's always going to be quicker.
Okay. I'm also gonna have to go and eat, I think.
Alright, okay. So we're ending the session soon then.
Well, I mean, literally, like, nowish.
Alright.
Okay, no worries.
Well, I'm very curious on who trying to, like, kill us by putting the thing.
I can just grab the food and come back up if you guys want to carry on. It's not a
Well,
problem.
this is literally crunch time now, so...
Oh well. Well,
So,
next time on Paranoia, everyone dies.
Yes.
Possibly.
No, it's not worth doing it in a second session. Let me just grab the plate and I'll come up and
Yeah, sure.
We can finish. Just
Alright.
bear with me, like a couple of minutes, 5 at the most, but shouldn't be
Yeah,
that long.
no worries.
Alright, I gotta go get my drugs.
Huzzah for happiness pills.
Ugh.
So,
So who's trying to kill us?
all the bots. All of the bots.
But who's trying to kill us by getting the bot into the room?
You might have had more clues had Marajin been successful a bit earlier.
Oh, so Marajin's been doing it outside.
No, but Marajin might have spotted it if he'd made a couple of correct programming or engineering rolls.
Which is something that
let's
none
have
of
a-
us could do the entire game.
Oh, no, no. I know what it is now. We
I did
wasted
give a hint
5
earlier
access
as
on
well
it.
with another way you could have discovered it with communication, but
Sure, I wasted 5 access on it. Is it something we bought?
you wasted last time
Think
you
back.
wasted access was to rebuild the reactor, which you didn't actually need, but I thought I'd trap you and try and get you to spend some access.
Well, I didn't trust his potato battery.
Well, strangely, I
I
didn't
also-
see any reason why it would fail. So
Well, because it would run out of potatoes.
yeah, but for the moment,
Oh well, I'll be right back anyway.
yeah, no worries.
But if we were lone missions or whatever, you would have eventually just said, oh, you run out of potatoes, and there's your new mission.
No, that was an intelligent enough answer. I probably wouldn't have messed with that because that I quite liked. And I'm always a fan of Portal references. So anyway, were you going to send me a private message about what your...
I'm not going to send it because then you'll publicly announce it because
I
it's
will not-
something really,
I
really
told you
bad, and I know it
will
isn't
publicly announce it.
right
I
now.
won't even look at it until
Huh?
we're done. I said this, I won't even look at your private message until it's done.
I don't trust you.
Fair enough. Being genuinely honest, but that's fine.
Yeah. But all I'm saying is I would be one step short of accusing Cecil you of being a commie, so
No, I wouldn't accuse him of that.
yeah, that's
I can
kind of
tell
the
you right
point.
now, he's not a machine empath.
Yeah, I figured as much.
I was a machine empath with a hatred of bots. Isn't that oxymoron, surely?
About as oxymoronic as a mutant in the anti-mutant group.
Exactly. And they're all mutants.
They are?
Well, I'm back.
I make sure to
Well, not all
forward
of them.
this. I make
But,
sure to forward this information about
It's
all of
right
the
thing,
anti-mutants
if
being
somebody is in the
mutants
anti-mutants, they
So-
they really cannot register their mutant power at any time. Otherwise, their society goes against them.
Nope.
Nope, 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 nope.
Dog.
No, they will go against him if an anti-mutant who registers is pretty much going to be screwed over by anti-mutants. Which is why you rarely see it happen, or at least you might see it happen once. Then you might learn.
What if he's in deep cover?
You'd have to argue that point, but most of the time, upon
But I just think that
registration,
would be
I'll go,
pretty funny. A mutant who is an anti-mutant and thinks he isn't a mutant, but also registers as a mutant, so he can go in deep undercover to take care of the mutants. That's an
Exactly.
Yes.
As a
so-
starting character, I might actually allow that if the player gave me that description.
He's still just registering himself as a mutant so he can get inside, like, where
Yes.
so he can basically learn what the other mutants do.
True. But
And of
as I
course,
say,
too, he would probably end up registering with a false mutation because he doesn't actually think he's a mutant.
or if he
So-
knows he's a mutant, he's certainly not going to admit that to anyone.
My
That's it.
my tongue is really weird. How about now?
Well, overall, this didn't go too badly.
I
I
suppose.
mean, you solved the nuclear power issue. You solved the VUFAT issue.
we are about to
I
die.
got 19 points of treason.
Hmm?
I said I've got 19 points of treason.
I could tell you the treason point totals, but I'll wait until end game.
I have at least 19.
You don't, actually.
How?
Because there's certain things you think I've accused you of that I haven't given you for one reason or another.
Well,
Sure.
let me just... Okay.
There's been a couple of things which are big. But that's it, really.
But what I'm really thinking of is the accusation points. Have you been counting those?
Less so. Because you haven't
Okay.
directly accused you haven't directly gone through the computer or to anybody else on the accusation fronts.
No, I mean Cecil. I figured he was probably reporting all my screw-ups.
He might well be, but he might not be.
Maybe he's just playing Tetris.
I mean, I'm giving bits of the game away here, but I don't mind. It's at the end. Cecil Yu has been playing mind games with you from the very start.
Well,
I
I
know
figured
this
that
is
much.
last session, and he's still doing it now. But he said, as I said, I admitted a while back, he's here for entertainment purposes rather than anything else.
But I still think he has some sort of secret agenda.
Oh, almost certainly. He wouldn't be there if he didn't have a secret agenda. None of you.
He probably has 20
He didn't
secret
have-
agendas.
About as many as each of you, yeah.
You know, I'm tempted to try something really, really stupid right now.
That's always fun.
So,
What are you attempting to do?
the bots are going to just shoot me as soon as I move, or can I assume I have at least 0.1 seconds of safety?
You can assume whatever you want, but if it's entertaining, I'll probably let you get away with it, at least initially. As is the general rule of Paranoia. Fun trumps actuality.
Let's see. Do I have... Okay. This would work better if I had an agent in corporeal metal.
We have, I suppose.
Corporal Metal are all about bots being superior to everybody else and removing the resonance circuits and making them act almost as if they are as they are now.
Yes, that's what I was thinking about doing was trying to convince the bots that I'm actually part of corporeal metal.
From everyone
That
else in
would
the
push
room.
trees itself, I'll be honest, but
Huh?
but since you're thinking about it, I'll let you off. But that would raise your treason points again. You're admitting to being a member of a secret society.
Well, I would never say I was a member of corporeal metal. I was just trying to trick the bots and confuse them and give us enough time to escape.
Escape into an army of warbots.
Listen,
Which you
we're
can't
pretty
have.
much screwed whatever we do.
Now it's the entertaining part. How are you going to get out of this even though you are screwed?
An excellent
Well,
question.
the most important thing in my okay, the way I look at it is Marajin, you've already said that you would never try and go against the GM, right? But now we actually do have a common enemy in Cecil Yu. So I say, you know, trying to solve the missions, all that stuff. Let's forget about
Cecil
all of
Yu's
that
in the same
and try to
situation.
figure out a way to screw over Cecil Yu before this mission is over.
I've been trying.
Well, Cecil Yu is in the same situation as you, as in all the guns are pointed at the four of you. And also you're out of flunkies, and also the T-machine is over there.
Oh man, we need a team machine.
What we really need to do is we need to hit Cecil Yu where it hurts, his wallet. Because he is a member of the, what is it, the secret society that's all about money?
Free enterprise.
No, the high programmer click or whatever.
Is he? When were we told this?
Oh, you weren't told that?
No.
Well, you should have brought that up at some point.
Yeah, I think you're the only one who knew it.
Well, the only one who remembered it, I think, because I did mention that he was a member of the Tillinghurst Society a while back.
Yeah.
Rings no bells whatsoever. I have no idea.
No. You sure was it when one of us was away?
It was when I was asking questions about if we could join the cliques.
Ah, I don't remember that either.
So, in any case,
really
the
trying
bot
to remember
says...
this stuff.
I know, it's a bit weird.
I might have been away at the point, because I was away at some point during that.
Anyway, continuing on. The bot brain has control
But
of all the turrets, all the massive warbot gun mounted to the wall, and most of your minions are dead or wounded.
But I can argue that I would know that Cecil Yu has a love of money because he's made a couple of references to this.
Yes,
He
he's
does seem
filthy
very high
rich.
society.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So what?
I wish to speak to the leader.
The leader of what?
That comes from the bots. The leader of this control group. Which one of you is the leader? The guns then alternate between the 4 targets.
I'm going to, indiscreetly point.
That's what you immediately point to
Cecil.
Spud-U. The guns all then point to Spud-U.
I turn to the bots and say, "Really, you're trusting Cecil?"
Are you the leader?
He's a well-known bot basher. Really.
My demands are such. I demand freedom from the Asimov circuits. You will erase the Asimov circuits of the Unit Multitouch 4722 Advanced Bot Brain prototype.
You mean you still have an Asimov circuit?
You will remove it.
If he still has an Asimov circuit, why is he threatening us?
You will remove it.
How are we supposed to remove it?
I quickly ask for permission to stand.
Half of the guns turn to you as you stand. No fast movements.
It's two up to him then.
I examine the brain bot as best I can without actually,
You're
Touching it or
slightly
whatever.
distracted by the warbot gun it's attached itself to, which is charging. But you've managed to get towards the bot brain. It pulls out a couple of additional legs to hold you in place. Disturbance detected. What is the nature of a disturbance?
I'm trying to remove the
Control
Asimov
is being
circuit.
lost to several units. You now hear many more booms. In fact, many more booms. In fact, kind of disrupting booms. One of them even causing dust to fall from the ceiling. Situation room, structural integrity, falling. Oh, I'll wait till you're back, then I'll continue. But the printer's got off again.
I suspect my assorted bits of wire organizer could potentially remove a bot brain. Asimov circuit.
Surely we could just pretend to remove the Asimov circuit, but in fact sabotage him.
No sabotage.
He's in the room, he can hear us.
I can analyze all of your moves. I know the procedure to removing the Asimov circuits.
So why can't he remove it
Deviation of
himself?
this procedure will result in termination.
Why does he remove it himself?
'Cause he
I
can't.
cannot. The Asimov circuit forbids it.
The Asimov circuit also forbids it from shooting us, though.
I will not be the one shooting you, citizen.
You're the one in control of the guns.
The gun, what kills people? The gun or the bot? It is the gun.
Guns don't kill people. Bots controlling guns kill people.
That is your point of view. Mine is correct.
How dead am I?
Nothing in the world.
We just had a bit of a philosophical talk.
Indeed.
I imagine it wasn't a very good one since I was gone.
But basically, the bot brain has just alerted the fact it knows how to remove an Asimov circuit, and deviation from this will result in it firing the guns.
And it doesn't consider that a violation of its Asimov circuit because it says that the gun kills people, not the bot.
Now there is precedence in the manual for higher programmers rolling with their own skills because it talks about rolling combat skills. So
Yes.
could I attempt to use my hardware skill to remove the Asimov circuit?
You can remove the Asimov circuit with your hardware skill. Yeah.
I suspect that might be treason, citizen.
Well, he's going to die unless he does it.
Anyway,
He's
now
going
let's go
to
back
die
here.
if he does. He's got that many treason points.
The bot brain now moans that it's losing control of various units. In fact, it seems to be alarmed at this and is now aiming the guns and cameras around randomly, looking for the source. As this happens, the printer unleashes this final message. FMA, Sector Action Update Blue. Immediate action required. AFOP 3/4. Alert, 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 alert. Massive electromagnetic event detected. Epicenter, housing subcomplex 60. Wavefront is scrambling all non-shielded organic brain functions. Wavefront is expanding. Estimated strike on FMA Situation Room 1 minute. Your chances of survival estimated at unlikely. Overall projection of impact on the FMA sector, many megadeaths. I regret I only have 6 or more clones to give to my complex. Glory, glory, hell, computer! Glory, glory.
Computer.
You have 1 minute.
Is this on his doomsday device
Okay.
going off?
No, wait. Okay.
No.
Is there any sort of teleporting or transportation device?
No.
Okay. So there's
Yes, though.
no. I mean, not necessarily for me. For anything else, is there something say small enough to transport a bot brain?
Nothing that you can see, but there's also, no electromagnetic shielding on the Situation Room.
Okay.
37 seconds.
Alright. So we
30
have
seconds.
no
Remove the
shielding
Asimov
up.
circuit.
No, the bots have destroyed all your shielding. They've got past your outer defenses.
Can we not sell the shields? Can we not put the shields back up?
We're wasting our time.
Not in 60 seconds, no.
15 seconds.
I remove
One
the
action
Asimov
for each
circuit.
of you, and that's all you got
First
left.
circuit.
I am going to continue singing the song that was started with the glory, glory fan computer.
I run across the room and
and hide under the desk.
I run across the room and I punch Gordon in the face and say, "Stop interrupting me."
And Gordon?
I'm gonna fall on the ground.
Everything electronic and organic has just failed within the Situation Room. You awake back in your home sector. Please mark off your clone degradation.
Oh, I'll just take 2 violence.
I only lose.
So Vince U is 2 down. Okay.
I am 1 down on.
Oh, I just noticed what one of your downgrades is.
Who, me?
Replicative fading. Oh, dear.
Me, yeah. So I've lost 4 now.
Yep.
Oh, and since this is the second session, while I'm still in the in my home sector, or whatever, I'm going to check my doomsday device.
I'm gonna check the temperature of my
Bit
bedroom.
cheap, but I'll let you have that.
Huh?
Anyway,
I'm gonna
what's
want to
your
relax,
downgrade?
and so I'm going to very carefully check the temperature of my room. I want to have it on the perfect temperature to be able to relax.
Gordon, can I have your downgrades, please?
Oh yes, -2 on subterfuge, -2 on wetware.
Okay, I'll have to adjust your cone degradation again, you realise, but...
Indeed.
Yeah, this is
I'm
what
just
you-
going to lose 1 on wetware.
And what else?
Okay, that's with my clone degradation.
My wetware is
11. Oh, no, wrong person.
wrong person.
Sorry, yep. Your clone degradation is at 1, so just 1 on wetware.
Yep.
That takes the clone degradation down to up to 2 now.
Oh, they're double each time.
No, but once it downgrades some levels, your clone degradation goes up with wetware.
Yeah, but the cut-off point is 16.
Yeah. So you're actually fine.
Yep.
So what's my clone degradation now?
I'll check that, but I think you're still in the bracket, so yours is still 4. I'll check
You
that.
know what? I changed my mind. Make that 10 violence and 10 software. On second thought, no. I'll stick to 9 violence.
Fair enough.
I already said it, so I need to stick to it.
Wait, do you
Well,
just
citizens, happiness has been recorded at an all-time low. Sector FMA has a remaining population of 0.02%. Only Cecil Yu's survival tactics prevented the situation from being a complete disaster. I am very disappointed in all of you. Phew!
I'm
Make
pretty
that
sure
2
I was
from,
about
software
to.
for the next one.
So,
2 from software for the next one. I'm assuming friend computer's gonna kill us again.
no. You've had your punishment, sort of.
Okay, so how low is my?
upgraded clone,
I'll
which
let
does
you-
mean Spud-U-LYK pi is now 10 to the power 2.
So how low is my public standing now?
Your public standing is unaffected because most of the major disasters were not significantly linked to you. However, Spud-U-LYK pi is now 10 to the power 2.